Good day, everyone. My name is Shian Andog, and I'm a pre-service teacher from Negros Oriental State University. Today, I'll be discussing about exceptional disabilities. Every student with identified disability will have different strengths and needs. A variety of accommodations may be needed for multiple children within a single classroom. A single student receiving special education services may have more than one identified disability, so profiling is best at the inceptive level. Classroom teachers need to be aware of one, the main characteristics of disabilities, and second, the educational implications of disabilities for informing classroom assessment practices. There are 13 disabilities defined by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act or IDEA. Federal definitions guide how states or nations define who is eligible for free, appropriate public education under IDEA. Now, there are 13 examples, but I'll just choose two. The next thing you'll see on your screen will be a PowerPoint presentation about the two examples.
Now, one is autism. What is autism? Autism is a developmental disability significantly affecting the verbal and nonverbal communication and social interaction. Generally evident before the age of 3 that affects adversely the child's educational performance. How do you teach students with autism spectrum? The number of students with autism is on the rise, so a deep understanding of the strategies and social skills needed to handle a class of autistic children is extremely important. These are strategies applied to both the classroom and home environments. One is structure or routine is the name of the game when it comes to autism. Maintain the same daily routine, only making exceptions for special occasions. Second, design an environment free of stimulating factors like avoid playing loud background music. Eliminate stress because autistic children quickly pick up on negative emotions. Maintain a low and clear voice when engaging the class. And some autistic people find fluorescent lights distracting because they can see the flicker of the 60-cycle electricity. Third, keep verbal instructions short and to the point because an autistic student may find it difficult to recall the entire sequence. Instead, write the instructions down on a piece of paper. Fourth, go for repetitive motions when working on projects. For example, most autistic classrooms have an area for workbox tasks, such as putting away erasers and pencils. This kind of predictability helps autistic kids stay organized. Fifth, use signs, pictures, and demonstrations for visual learners. Six, many autistic children hyper-focus on one subject like choo-choo trains or maps, so use that specific interest to motivate schoolwork. With a child who likes trains, for instance, calculate how long it takes for a train to go between, like for example, New York and Washington, and there you have it, you've just solved a math problem. Seventh, the fewer the choices, the easier decision making is for an autistic kid. For instance, if you ask a student to pick a color, limit them to 3 choices. Do not tell them to examine or to say all the colors of the pastel and all of the colors of the color wheel and those analogous ones, those secondary ones, and tertiary ones. Eighth, create a few structured one-on-one interactions between students to promote their social skills. Take note that autistic children can't accurately interpret paralanguage, and touch, so minimal physical contact is best. And the last one, parents and caregivers are the true experts on their autistic children. Therefore, to fully support the child in and out of school, teachers should coordinate and share knowledge with them. So, for example, you can exchange notes on interventions that have worked at home and in school, then integrate accordingly. The second one is deaf blindness. Now, when we say deaf blindness, it means concomitant or simultaneous hearing and visual impairments, and the combination of which causes such severe communication and other developmental and educational needs that they cannot be accommodated in special education programs solely for children with deafness or children with blindness. Now, living with deaf blindness, a range of care and support services is available to help deaf-blind people. Each deaf-blind person will have a different level of hearing and sight loss, which means they'll have their own individual care needs. Now, the general aims of care for a deaf-blind person are to 1. Preserve and maximize any remaining sight or hearing the person has. So this could involve treating underlying conditions like cataracts, wearing glasses, or using a hearing aid. Second is teach alternative methods of communication, such as hand-on-hand signing or braille. Third, help retain or develop as much independence as possible. So, for example, by training the person to use a long cane, a guide dog, or offering a communicator guide. These are my references.